Is this thing loaded? Hi everyone and welcome to the review. Today we're going to be taking a look at this very rare figure. This is the red Deadpool. This is the repaint of the guy that you can see on the right there, X-Force Deadpool, which came out as part of the Marvel Legends Epic Heroes Wave 2012. Now this guy is extremely rare right now because, as you can see on the box, it does not have the same markings as this box right here. So this is the X-Force Deadpool box, and the differences are basically this has a sticker on here with some Japanese writing or Chinese, and the ages for plus is a little bit different, and then we have the warnings choking hazard on here. That's because this is a American release package, but the actual card stays the same. And then if we flip them over, the actual back of the box on this one has a load of European warning signs and what have you, whereas this one does not. It has where it's from, and then it shows the little bio which says, "No job is too dirty, no payday too big for the merc with a mouth Deadpool." And then on the side here it says, "Collect all 6 figures." So those are the differences between the box, but the artwork is exactly the same. So the reason for the difference is that this is the European release, and this guy is only available over here in Europe. Yeah, really rare right now because of that, so Americans are finding these guys really hard to come by. Now, this version is, not so bad as the Doom figure that I just reviewed, because this guy came out before in a 2-pack. Then it was also brought out as an X-Men style Deadpool. Then it's brought out as this X-Force Deadpool, and then now it's been repainted back to that original colour scheme, which is really good because if collectors like me weren't collecting when there was the Toy Biz Deadpool, and then when this one actually came out, it means that we can finally get our hands on it. So yeah, that's the quick look at the box, and that is the reasoning behind why the boxes are different. This guy is pretty rare. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. Is this thing loaded? Wait a second. I'm a toy. I made it into this reality too? Well, seeing as I've already killed everyone in the Marvel universe, I may as well go ahead and kill every toy there is. Marvel Legends, time to kill 'em all. Here he is, the merc with the mouth himself, Deadpool. This thing is incredible. Now, as you've seen, I already have the X-Force version of this mold. So I wasn't, that's not the main thing that I was excited for from this. It was actually getting the proper Deadpool colours, because Deadpool is actually my favourite comic book character, just because of his whole, third-person presence. He knows he's in a comic book and all that sort of stuff, just that interaction, and then there's the funny side to him and the serious side and everything, and just a really awesome character overall. And I've been looking forward to this thing for a hell of a long time, and now that we've finally been seeing these guys put out in Europe, I would absolutely hate to be an American right now that wouldn't have this mold already, because he's very hard to come by. As I've already explained, he is right now mainly a European release along with the other running change figures in this wave. Now, this paint job does actually differ slightly from this guy over here, X-Force Deadpool. Now, aside from, the obvious, that guy's red, and he doesn't have the X on the chest from X-Force, there is actually, the shading is there on this guy. As you can see through the legs, you have the darker parts, but because of this being red, it shows up so much more, and it just looks like such a massively more detailed figure. But as soon as I saw the package, I noticed this difference. As you can see here, this block of black on the chest, on the pec, is actually pretty much the size of that red disc inside there. The one on this guy is much smaller than that. So there is actually, as far as I know, that's the only major difference. Other paint differences: this guy has red eyes, this guy has nice shiny silver eyes, which is really cool. I'm glad they didn't just go for a white. That really makes them pop. And then we have the brown belt, the brown holster, which on this one is actually loose, like it's, you know, it's tight enough that it's holding its position. That ain't gonna move, but I can barely move it anyway. But on that one, it is actually, you know, fully secure. And then you have the brown sword sheaths at the back, but difference is with the actual, I guess you could say, packaging really. Now this had a slightly warped leg when I had him out of the package. This guy did as well. Pulled it out. It's the right leg, as you can see. It's, I mean, that's straight. You know, it's like that. I can heat it up and bring it back, and you know, he stands fine. But the swords, I mean, you know, I've had to put them in these sheaths to straighten them out. As you can see, they're straight now. They were bending the complete opposite ways, and the one was like the other way around, and it was just terrible. I think they might have both been coming this way off his back. But by putting the swords in there and just by moving him a little bit, you know, I've only just took this guy out the package. You know, this is the first time I've got this guy in hand, so, you know, it didn't take much. As you can see, they're holding shape. But I'm just leaving the swords in there basically so that they do hold shape, and you can just pull them off the back like so. And the swords themselves, they are this really, really nice black and silver with the gold design inside there. As you can see, it is slightly warping the sword just having him in there, but you know, it's just got a little bit more work to do to get it straight, but it'll be fine. And as you can see on this sword right here, if I just focus over to him, it's all just the black and silver. So I think that is a very nice upgrade, I guess you can say, from this Deadpool to this premium gold standard Deadpool. And yeah, really, really cool. I wasn't sure just how much more I'd like the brown belts, but I think I actually have a Deadpool costume, and I prefer black holsters and belts and whatnot. But as the figure, I do really prefer that brown. Yeah, that really does just add that little bit of depth and that little bit of difference to it, so it doesn't look too boring, I guess you could say. Because this is a very serious looking figure, and then you can have this as, you know, it really brings out Deadpool's character. Now, further differences on the gun, which over here I have it stored on the back, and if you want to know how to store that, I've literally just put it in you know, those two holes right in the center there. You can plug it in there, which I will show you with his own. But, well, you can put it that way. You don't, you know, if yours is tighter than that, like this one is over here, it sort of pries it open a little bit, and you know, these might become a little bit looser fitting in there. That's just in there like that, and that's fine. But in that one, I can actually get it like that, you know, so it's a bit higher on him. You can also fit it in down there, but that's sort of, you know, once you've got it all the way through, pulls the whole thing out, and it might warp it over time. But as quick and easy storage for the weapon, you know, a lot of people don't show it, but you can actually put it there, and you can just about fit the two swords on there as well. So if you don't want this displayed, then you don't have to, but the main difference is it doesn't have the red bits of paint on there, because on this side they have the Deadpool logo on there. Now, I would really, really prefer it if we did have the red on there too, but it doesn't matter too much. Carrying on with accessories from the old X-Force Deadpool, as you can see here shining away is a very silvery handgun over there. Now, against that black holster, that really, really pops. And unfortunately this time we just get the black gun. Now, it is good that it is different, because obviously the more differences the better. Then you don't feel like you're just getting the same thing all over again. But personally, I do feel that having that silver gun would be a hell of a lot better. I mean, looking at that, it's just a gun in a holster, but the black against the black on the leg, it's just disappearing. Now, obviously, I have both of them, so if I wanted to display him with the silver gun, then I obviously can. Or, if I really wanted to, I could just come over here and get some chrome silver and paint that up myself. So close up, the gun does have good detail. I don't mind that it's black. I prefer the look of that gun, but I like that we are getting something a little different, and then it's easy to put it back in the hand. This hand has the trigger finger, which if you just push it up just a little bit, then it does actually fit inside there. And then it also works well with this gun, and it is meant more for this gun, the trigger finger. I find that it sits on a hell of a lot better, but it looks really, really cool there. And I guess one thing you could say, I may like that gun more, but having that symbol on there just makes this gun a hell of a lot better. But I do, as I said, wish that that red was still on the front there. But that is the differences between all of the accessories. He also comes with the same stand as he is on right there. So if you, like mine, you have a slightly warped leg, it should be there. As you can see, that's a straight leg, and it's just like that. It was round like that, really bad. I can just push it back a little bit and that will be fine. I've just left it for the sake of the review, but if you do find that you need him to stand up, as you can see by using the X-Force one as an example, he fits on there perfectly fine. So articulation wise, head, left and right, up and down, very far, really do like that. If you do want to take this piece off, it comes off right at that buckle, and that is the first time that I've done that. I just know it comes off from that other figure, so as you can see, that's very, very simple to take on and off, and it fits fine. That's a nice snug fit. That's not going to come undone no matter how hard I tug on it, unless I actually push on that and then pull on that at the same time. So you can have a completely clean Deadpool if you want. And because this is a bit looser, I'm guessing I could actually pull this all the way down the leg and take that off. So if you just wanted just the pure skin, have him look a bit more like a morph suit, then you can go ahead and do that. But ab crunch, this one, as you can hear there, it has distinct clicks as it goes. Now it can obviously go wherever you want in that range, but you can very, very clearly hear that ratchet, and that is very, very cool. The shoulders go in and out, up and down, and then full 360 rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, and then the hands rotate all the way around and go up and down on the hinge. He moves left and right at the waist. The legs are, as people call them, the Y-joint hips, or as another people call them, annoying little so-and-sos. They go out, you know, very far, very good ninja-esque poses there from Deadpool. And then to bring it up, you can bring it up. I don't find it all too difficult, so you can get really good. Actually, I'm finding these poses pretty damn funny. This is a nice, funny running away silly pose. One thing I don't like about it is, you know, he's got the black line running down the suit there, so as soon as you move it, it's a little different. It's not too bad, but it's just that now you've got red there where there's meant to be black. It's nothing major, but you get the full forward, back, left, right, and out to the side. You get the swivel at the hip, double jointed knees, and then up and down at the foot and left and right. So overall, great figure. You get awesome accessories and places to store all of them. Extremely good painted detail with all of these washes or airbrushed parts or whatever they are. You got the very nice belt, you know, no paint defects, very good Deadpool logo there, the silver on all the buttons. I really do like that little pointy bit that comes off the top of that. Really awesome. And then you have the nice detailed lines all around the face, not just the facial expression, but you know, like the seam lines and everything. Really awesome. It is the same as that mold wise, except for paint you're not getting the X, and these are a little bit smaller, and then obviously you're getting him in red and then these brown instead of black. So all in all, if you're a Deadpool fan, definitely pick this thing up. this thing should be the centerpiece of everyone's collection. This figure is amazing. If I would say, if I had to choose one or the other, I couldn't give you an answer because I like him for two completely different reasons, with the paint-wise and the actual character and everything, but Deadpool is my favourite character, so obviously I was happy to pick them both up, but I would definitely recommend that you do pick them both up. Awesome accessories with the swords and the guns and everything. They are, well, they were warped when they came. They are much better now, but if you can just look past that slightly warped leg that I'm going to bring back soon, I'm going to heat it up and bring it back, then this thing is a must-buy, even if you already have that. So, thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see the review for this guy over here, the Future Foundation Doctor Doom variant from the same wave, then go ahead and click on the link that's in the top left of the screen now and in the description. And if you want to subscribe for more Marvel Legends reviews and for my Deadpool costume, which I'll be bringing you November-ish, then go ahead and click on subscribe and you can see me in that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look at a very awesome figure, and I'll see you next time.